So as you can see, I started the race in second place behind Mr. Tenacity. Mr. Tenacity's qualifying time was about a second faster than mine. But a tip that GTR3123 gave me is that I just gotta push. I gotta push hard, and I can't be afraid to wreck. I can't be afraid to spin out. So when I've been doing my qualifying, I just been pushing. I haven't been afraid to spin out. I haven't been afraid to crash, because what I've come to realize is that it's gonna happen in the race. So based on Eric's or GTR3123's advice, I just pushed. So I'm pushing through. I qualified enough to come in second place, and I'm running behind Mr. Tenacity. So we're racing, and I'll be fast forwarding through some of the laps because it's gonna be kind of repetitive, but I just want to kind of talk about what's going on in the race and other things that were, that made it possible for me to win this race. So as you guys can see, I'm kind of trailing behind Mr. Tenacity, but if you look at the replay board at the bottom, you'll see that I'm short shifting. That's where my big shout out comes to Z28. I watched Z28 do a race where there were 13 laps, and he short shifted the entire race. Well, not the entire race, he short shifted about halfway through the race. And I've been trying to master that. I couldn't get it down, but I said, you know what? Let me try it in this daily race today. And when I raced my daily races earlier today, I wasn't winning. So I said I'll try to short shift like Z. So I start short shifting. So you'll see I'm not taking the revometer all the way up to where it turns blue. I'm gearing it out. Once it gets up about 3/4 of the way or almost to the blue, I'm switching to the next gear and I'm slamming into the next gear. And that's saving me a lot of fuel. Again, I must say shout out to Z28 for that tip. So as the race progresses, if you look at Mr. Tenacity, if you look at my fuel and where my fuel is right now, I'm about a little bit more than 3/4 full. When you switch over to Mr. Tenacity, as I just did, he's already at under 3/4 full. So he's pushing that Porsche. He's really pushing that Porsche. But I'm short shifting, and I'm just making sure that he doesn't lose me. I just want to stay in the race. I just want to stay behind. I just want to make sure he doesn't get away. So now we're going into the second lap. We're into the second lap. And I continue to do the same thing. I short shifted. Also, when you short shift, it doesn't wear on the tires as much. And I actually found that out as I was racing. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit, maybe to lap 4. And as you can see, I'm a little bit more than half a tank. He's already under half a tank. Now, I don't know if he's short shifting or not during the race, but I'm almost positive that as fast as he's going, he's pushing it to full power. So I just continue to stay in this draft, stay in this slipstream, continue to short shift. And there's a couple of spots on the track where, like right here, I go into 6th gear at halfway through my revometer. I go into 6th gear. I just don't want him to get out of my sight. I believe that he thinks that mama's boy just can't catch me. That's what I'm thinking. I think he's just thinking I can't catch him. But listening to Z28, again, shout out to Z28. You're going to hear me continue to say shout out to Z28 because had it not been for that tip that he gave me, I don't think that it would have been possible for me to win this race. When I started to short shift, by the way, this is my 3rd race that I've won back to back. The other 2 races I weren't rocking the CNF livery because I like the Mercedes-Benz livery that comes on it. But I said I'm going to rock the replay. I'm going to do it and see if I can win in CNF with the CNF livery. So I slapped that CNF on there, baby. Got to represent. So I'm continuing to short shift. Boom. Now, as we get into lap 5, he started to pull away from me a little bit more. So I know it's about time for maybe him to pit, or both of us may have to pit really soon. So I started dragging the revometer out. Because he was pulling away from me, and I wanted to be as close as possible to him without taking the lead when he pitted. That way, when he going to pit, I'm not going to pit. So once he pits, I'll be extremely close to him, and I'll just continue past the pits. So as you'll see, we're coming up right here. Let's get in his view. This is me from behind. We're in lap 5. And in this race, you don't really know if they're going to pit at lap 5 or lap 6. So I've noticed that most people that are doing the race, they pit at lap 5, they pit at lap 6, or if they're really pushing it, they may pit at lap 7, depending on the fuel consumption of the car. It really just depends on the fuel consumption of the car. So I'm behind him. I've closed the gap. I went over because I thought he was gonna pit. So I said, wait a minute, let me get back out there. He didn't pit. Now, I'm pretty sure that he's thinking Mama's boy's gonna pit, so his fuel must be low. So he stayed on the track, I stayed on the track. Now, at the same time, what I also want him to think is that he's not gonna pit until I pit. Now, I know that if he's pushing it as hard as he's pushing it, when he goes out the pit, he doesn't know that I'm gonna take another maybe 1 or 2 laps out on him. He doesn't know that, because there I made him think I was gonna pit. I mean, he's hauling. Again, I just don't want to lose sight of him. I want him to know that I'm there. Change the gear. Boom. Look at that. Short shift. Down shift. Now, rev it out of second, because you want to come out of second with the most power. You want to come out of your low gears with the most power. So I rev it out of second. Short shift. Break it down. See, now, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's going to pit on this lap. Does he pit here? Okay, he pits here. Boom. I stay on the track. So now, just as he's going into the pit and I stay on the track, he's just now getting his tires changed. I'm already feel like I'm going to get maybe a half a lap on him already. Let's check on him in the pits. Okay, so he's coming out of the pits now. And I'm taking a good, I would say a good lead on him. Now at this point, I'm not worried about Gunk NBA. And the reason why I'm not worried about him, because I know he didn't pit either. His fuel is low and his tires are worn. Mr. Tenacity, he has a full tank. Now, when you have a full tank, your car is heavier and your tires are cold. So you have to gather at least maybe a half a lap for your tires to warm up. But I'm in cruise control. My tires are burning hot. They got good traction. I'm running the race. So I come around, my fuel is low. I gotta pit this time. I'm pitting. Look where Mr. Tenacity is. He's coming, but I pitted. I think I had about an 8-second, 7-second lead on him. Look at that, boom. I'm coming out of the pits. I'm coming out of the pits already. He never even had a chance to catch me and take the lead. Z28, my man. I love you for that, brother. So now, his tires are warm, but he has a full tank of gas, which means his car's heavier. But I'm running on cold tires. So the only thing I have to do is, since I came out of the pits in front of him, I just have to run a race. I just have to run my same race because my car's faster and I'm running on lighter gas. I didn't get that much gas. I only got enough gas to go full power the remainder of the race. So we got 4 laps remaining. And I mean, look at him. I mean, he's hauling. He is hauling to try to catch me. He's driving that car like a wild man. He wants to catch me so bad, but I'm just cruising it out. I'm letting my tires warm up. I don't want to lose control of the car. And I found out that when you short shift, you have more control of the car. When you short shift, you control the car better. You're less likely to spin out. So I'm just driving at a pace. What I know with him behind me, what I know, and I can guarantee you, is that my car is lighter than his. My car is faster than his because he had to get more gas than I, and he has a little bit more tire wear than me. So now I'm running on, my tires are warm now. So then I started to pick up the pace a little bit. Now I'm not trying to lose him. I just want to stay ahead of the race. My car is lighter. Look at his fuel, look at my fuel. I'm under a half a tank. He's over a half a tank. His car is heavier than mine. I'm taking that revometer all the way to the end, except for on the hill. The reason why I take it to 6th gear over the hill is because I like to break down the 3rd. If I come over the hill, I have the tendency to break it down to 2nd gear, and it makes the car slide out of control. So I put it in 6th gear, final gear, to ensure that I only drop it down 3 times. It's just for me to keep my pattern. I just want to keep my pattern. If you look over at my lap times, look at my lap times. I'm running consistent 136s with the exception of the start of the race, the out lap of the start of the race, and then where I pitted, my out lap from the pit. Those are the laps where I didn't run consistent laps, but you're not supposed to. Everywhere else I ran a consistent 136. I learned that from Z28. If you stay consistent and make the car run the same way, your muscle memory will remember how to run the car. So he's pushing his Porsche. He's pushing it. Oh, by the way, I didn't see that he was running traction control. He's running traction control. So I have an advantage on him right here because he's running traction control. Anytime that you're running traction control, when you go into corners, if you turn the wheel too far, it'll dull your accelerator to keep you from spinning out. Now I can't say that he's running, whether he's running on controller, DS4, DualShock 4, or whether he has a wheel. But the way his car is shifting back and forth, it looks like he's running controller, DualShock 4. Oh, and then he was lagging. He was lagging as well. But man, look, I tell you, he's running that car. Look, he didn't even want to give up in that corner. He didn't even want to give up in that corner. His best lap was 135. So he's taking the best lap from me. At this point, we only got 1 lap to go. I just have to defend my position. So in this lap, this is the last lap. Final lap, I started to push it a little bit more because I wanted to ensure that I would take the win. So I got on the gas pedal a little heavier I got on the accelerator a little heavier. I didn't want him to bring it in too close. As you can see, I got the best in the sector right there. I didn't want him to bring it in too close and then we have to fight. So I got on the gas. I was on the accelerator hard the final lap because I know he was in the hunt. But again, I have better tires. I'm running less fuel. My tires are better and my car is lighter. Shout out to Z28 because this was all about strategy. It was all about strategy. I want you guys to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about this. Again, shout out to Z28 Gaming. Shout out to GTR3123. Shout out to CNF Racing and the entire CNF Racing family and team. And man, this was my third win in a row, short shifting.